Say hello to the RedMagic 9 Pro, the latest and greatest, most powerful gaming phone in the history of mankind. Available now. Came out today, and it's pretty neat. This is the Snowfall edition. So there's like 3 different colors. This is one I have Snowfall, and it's $7.99. You can get it. It comes with 512 gigabytes of storage, and 16 gigabytes of RAM. You can get a lesser powered model. Well, the same power, but it has 256 storage and 12 gigs of RAM, and you can get it for $649. And that one is sleek. It looks black. Should have called it black ice, I guess, maybe. But anyway, so interesting things here. 6.8-inch screen, which is beautiful, and it has a high brightness level up to 1600 nits max brightness, auto brightness, out under the sun, all that cool stuff. I don't really envision you taking this outside a lot for gaming, just being frank. But it has a Snapdragon 8 Generation 3 under the screen fingerprint scanner. It's got facial recognition. It's got great haptics, 520 hertz touch sampling on the touch buttons that we have up here on the top. It has a 22,000 RPM internal cooling fan, which is amazing. I've covered a RedMagic phone before. Cooling fan, one of my favorite features because it allows you to keep playing the game, basically whatever game you want, and it keeps the phone from having to throttle as much or at all in most instances, because when you're playing your games, you want to play them, you don't want any lag, you don't want any frame dropping, you don't want it to go from 60 frames per second down to 40 frames per second because it gets too hot. Now, that doesn't mean the phone can't and won't get hot. It can get warm. It can get very warm, especially under heavy demand, extended gameplay, but you're going to feel that mostly around the frame. But what you shouldn't notice is significant or any frame dropping, and that's the thing. This phone is fantastic. It can play anything that can be thrown at it. Last year's version with the Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 could do that. This one, it can do that even better. You've also got the nice LEDs. So you got the LED on the cooling fan here. You got the LED on the touch sampling buttons up top, the shoulder buttons. You've got an LED here for the number. Of course, it shows the 09 being the 9 Pro. And I think that stuff's pretty cool. I mean, it really adds a lot to the experience, because if you're going to pay all this money, you want a cool gaming phone, you want cool things like RGB lights, and you want cool things like cooling fans, and well, you want the best that there is out there to offer. Super fast touch sampling rate. It has a headphone jack, but up top, you got a headphone jack. You have amazing speakers on here, and I mean, these videos just never do this justice because you're not here listening to it in person, but trust me, amazing sound, very immersive, beautiful screen, and I've enjoyed using this phone a lot. So, of course, you've got the custom gaming software mode. You flip the switch. There you go. You get a cool graphic. You get a cool sound. You can actually change the sound. And then you have your games that you have installed in here. You can take a look at it. You can customize the settings for each one of the games. When you put it in the game mode, it basically shuts everything else off. I mean, not the Wi-Fi or anything like that, but it limits the notifications. It prioritizes power and giving the games all that it has, so you're running at 100,000%. Like, I know that's hyperbole there, but it's running at super high power. And that's what you expect when you want a RedMagic gaming phone. That's what you expect when you get the most powerful gaming phone in the world. And they do it every year. And they've done it again here with this phone, and I like it a lot. I think that gaming phones are cool because some people, yes, you can play a lot of these games on, let's say, an S23 Ultra. You can play them on a Sony Xperia 1 Mark V. It's just kind of a little bit extra here, and I did test it out. You can use it in the United States on AT&T. I was not able to get 5G because it's not whitelisted for them. I did get 5G with T-Mobile, so you can go that route if you want. You can use it with either one, but 5G is going to be, I think, exclusive probably to T-Mobile, Mint Mobile, Metro by T-Mobile. They'll use the same networks, and super powerful. I mean, you can get this with tons of power, right? Snapdragon 8 Generation 3, and I've got the 16 gigabyte of RAM model, 512 gigabyte of storage. Like, this thing is loaded out for bear, pardon the archaic expression, but it's got everything. And then, of course, like I said, the cooling fan keeps everything down while you're playing it. It's very enjoyable for gameplay. And the nice thing is like I said, with the headphone jack, you can plug your headphones, get your audio, no latency, and it works really, really well if you want to play with one of these guys. Like this backbone controller really takes things to the next level. I'm going to be really, really honest here. When it comes to playing video games, especially with like a square, non-ergonomic phone, even though it has these shoulder buttons, I have a hard time really finding a great way to incorporate that into my gameplay. I know it works with some games, but this is the magic secret right here. This is the key to all of your enjoyment. Go get yourself one of these little apparatus to plug your phone into, and then you can really take your gaming to the next level, because it works with all the games anyway, or at least most of them, and it works amazingly with Call of Duty. You can even connect a Bluetooth controller with your Xbox controller. You can use a Bluetooth or Bluetooth keyboard or a mouse with it even, which is pretty insane. You can screencast, and you can really kind of turn this into a portable gaming station. And it has a 6,500 milliamp battery. 6,500 milliamps. That's insane. And with running Android 14 with Magic OS 9, it basically is set up for you straight out of the gate to play whatever you want. And that's the nice thing. There's so much power here, so much raw power. Now, what you might end up with some situations, it might take time to get optimization for some of the games. I know that some different manufacturers will do deals with like certain exclusive game modes or FPS. I know before, like with OnePlus or with Samsung, they had like Fortnite or PUBG where you could get it to the 120 or whatever. So that was more of a software thing. This is more of an app-driven thing, not so much the phone. And when you look at raw power, sophistication, and basically what I think is the best handheld smartphone gaming experience you can get, this is it. Beautiful screen. It is 1080p. I know I always kind of harp on that because I think it should be Quad HD plus, but the thing is, when you've got the game so close to your face, you're sitting here holding it, and you want to run this at 60 frames per second, you want to run at a constant 120 hertz, all that stuff gets factored into it. And I know I hate to say this because everybody always eye rolls, why are you still talking about Genshin Impact? Look, it's still one of the most, if not the most demanding game whenever it comes to smartphones, and you can run it fully maxed out, max settings, 60 frames per second. It's beautiful. It looks great. You can see in the game illustration right here. And there's so much thoughtfulness that abounds in this phone. And that's one thing I appreciate from manufacturers. I like the kind of internal back design that you get here. You can see on the back, you can see the little spot here where they've got the Snapdragon 8 Generation 3 labeled. I like how the cooling fan fits in. There's really only 2 cameras. It looks just like a cooling fan, the camera. See, the cooling fan. It has an under-display camera, which honestly is not very good. And that's the thing here. When you take a look at an under-the-display camera, it's not intrusive. So when you're playing your games, you won't see it. You can't see it. And so whenever it's shooting images, it's shooting them through all those, basically through all the LEDs in the panel. And like I said, it's something where, here, I'll give you an illustration. This is a selfie that I took with it. Let me turn the brightness down just so you can see a little bit better because that will obscure it. So, I mean, it's okay, but video, not so good. And then the primary camera, it's not terrible. If you have ideal lighting and you have good conditions, you can take some decent photos with it. Low light, kind of a mixed bag. I mean, this is a low light photo that I took with it. It's okay, but that's not the point of this phone. The point of this phone is to do amazing gaming. Great battery, 6,500 milliamp battery, all day battery. It has super fast charging, 80-watt charging. You recharge quick, fast, and in a hurry. Less than an hour, like 40 minutes about, for a full 100% charge on this phone, which is incredible. And it has pass-through charging. So in the event that you want to have an extended gameplay session that lasts more than about 4 or 5 hours, then you can just keep going and going and going and keep it plugged in. You can charge it while you're playing the game. Some phones are not capable of doing that. That's what's kind of unique when it comes to a lot of these high performance or gaming phones. You can charge the phone, charge it while you're playing it, so that way it will never die on you while you're playing. And that's something important. You don't want the phone to die when you're playing. You need that to win more games, which is the motto for RedMagic and this phone. But that's about all I have on the RedMagic 9 Pro. If you're interested in getting the most powerful, fantastic, smartest gaming phone ever built, which, you know, that's every year thing. There's a lot of hyperbole goes in there, but really it is. It's the most powerful. It's fantastic for gaming. If you want an elite gaming phone, it doesn't cost $1,000. $799 I think is pretty fair when you talk about 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigabytes of storage, 6,500 milliamp battery, 6.8-inch screen. I mean, just, I could go on and on. This thing is like a smartphone gaming tank. It has everything that you could ask for. And again, if you want my advice for the next level gaming experience, and this is not an advertisement, I bought this backbone, but I use this whenever I do my gameplay because, well, I mean, I'm almost 40. Some of my dexterity might be gone. I don't know. But again, I just have a hard time with trying to play with all the fingers and the thumbs and all that stuff. I know kids are into that stuff. You can do that. But if you're buying this and you really want to have the best experience for whenever you want to play some of those games, combine it with a backbone or an Xbox gaming controller, whatever, some sort of apparatus. Those things really, it makes it just like having a console experience in your hand. So you can really enjoy your straight up phone games you play on the slab. And you can also have like your streaming games, play your Xbox games, Xbox with their Xbox Gaming Pass Ultimate and all that stuff. So lots of nice things. I'm going to wrap this one up. That's pretty much all I got. So if you have any questions or comments, of course, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, if you found this helpful, if you like gaming phones, well, this is mostly the one I cover every year, so might not come back for that. But if you like other stuff, then please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, notification bell, all that jazz. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys next time.